Hello, this is Lee with 82 Game and 12 here on YouTube channel Sons Liberty 75. Video 41 of my playthrough of Eylau 1807 by Sound of Drums 2023, designed by Uwe Walentin. And the map, graphics, Marc Van Marshall. Okay, I put all the credit information down in the description. Okay, in the last video we had started the 6 o'clock turn, and we didn't really get that far. If you take a look over here, we've got 2 French activations, 1 Russian activation, and then we had both of the fire cubes drawn. So, and as you can see, there's not a lot of army fatigue cubes left, with the French with 21 and the Russians with 17. So it'll be both armies fighting for objective hexes, if trying to get a final push in somewhere. And the Russians, really the way that they set up these guns here kind of kept that center of the line static. And so the Russians really don't have many opportunities here to try to capture that many objectives. Sarah Paulin here that was taken early on, it's worth 5, but they just don't have the manpower, I don't think, to take it. Now, I think Bhagavat has taken too many losses here. Yeah, he's taken quite a few losses, but he does have attack orders, so we'll see what he can do. A big I guess I'll say big. Windmill Hill is worth 5 army fatigue, and to the present time the Russians have it, and the French are going to try to take it with Lavelle here, 2nd Division. They got their orders changed to attack after being in regroup for a little bit. So they've regained some of their strength. So they're going to try to get a push up there. Joseph has done a fairly good job earlier in this hour in engaging Korf's cavalry. So that leaves Lavelle here free to move up to try to take Windmill Hill. So, and of course we have Gardon, who is going to really try to put some pressure on Lestock. I'll put this down here. Okay. Lestock down here. We'll see what that, how that transpires. So, all right. So let's get started here. We're ready to draw a new activation cube. We do have snow for this hour, which means the line of sight is restricted to 4 hexes. But really that's not going to play in effect since we've already had both of the fire cubes drawn. So we're going to have no more simultaneous fire for this hour. Let's get going. And it is the French. So, I guess I'm going to activate Lavelle. So, we'll come right over here and Lavelle will, let me back up to where all of his units are. So he's got a unit back here who's still down by 4 strength. And then the units, I'll mark the units that are not his. That have a similar color. Of course, that's Legrand. And I think that's, well, there's one more there. Right here. So we're gonna have to French are going to have to, this unit here is out of command. I think he's going to be the only one out of command. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. He'll be the only one out of command. So I'll move him last. And so let me move up here where we can see some of these others a little bit better. Alright, so our I should say their objective is this. They want to take that. So we've got to move enough strength in there to take it. They're going to be attacking uphill. So that guy only has 3 strength. This guy has 9. So first thing he's going to do is he's going to change to a column, and so he's just going to move. So that's 1 for changing formation. 2, 3, 4. Okay. And let's see, some of these other guys, I don't know if they can actually quite get there. So let's see here, this guy here, let's see what he's got. He's got 7. So we're going to turn him. Okay, so he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can't get there. Okay, the rest of these they can't get there either. So this guy here, 1, 2 turns, 3, 4. So he goes to there. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Okay. And then these two guys, let's see what they've got. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And of course, I want to move Lavelle up to the attack. So he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so the only combat we're going to have is going to be with that unit. That unit. So alright, so this unit is in a square, so they've got to split. They've got 2 attackers, from 2 hexes, so they've got to split their fire. So 1 strength per hex, and there's going to be a -1, so they may not even be able to be effective. Yeah, because of the snow. Well, they do have defensive fire, so that's a +1. So yeah, they'd have to roll a 12. 2 1s, and now the blue, came close at a 10. So, all right. So now we go to the assault. And so they've got a strength of 6. These guys, of course, have the leader. This one has a strength of 9. Excuse me. And 3 is 12, so it's 2 to 1. 2 to 1 is -1. Okay. Defender's not elite or green, and they've got attack orders. They are Russian, so that's +1. So now we're at 0. Okay. Charged or assaulted for more than 1 hex, that's -1. Okay. in square formation assaulted by infantry. Okay, according to the chart, it's +1, so now we're still back at 0. Okay. The assaulting units are not green or elite. They're assaulting uphill, that's +2, but then the leader has a leadership value of 2. So now we're just at straight up 0 modifiers. And we rolled a 6. Okay, so a 6 means the defender loses. Okay. And they have to take a loss. So and they have to retreat. So let me back up some here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They go all the way back to there. And there's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This unit was the only one adjacent. So, and then we're going to flip this over to French control now. And let's see here. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and put both of them in there. My hands are shaking today. And that's not good for when you're trying to play these games. And why not put the leader in there as well? Alright, so what this means is if we look right here, it shows 5. So that's worth 5 army fatigue. So what we do is we come over here, okay, we take 5, okay, and we give it to the French. That's how you handle when you've got objectives that are exchanged. So, and now we have to roll for this unit to stand, okay, because a adjacent friendly unit retreated. Okay. Alright, so they're not a leader green. They are Russian, so that's +1. Adjacent friendly unit retreats, that's -1. Enemy cavalry is within 3 hexes, so that's -2. Okay, I rolled a 6, becomes a 4, so they will retreat, lose a step. Five, 6. So they go back to there. Now this unit here, these units here, these battalions here do not roll to stand. It's only for units that were adjacent to infantry that well, it could be, I guess, infantry or artillery. But only if they were adjacent to a unit that was forced to retreat due to combat, an assault or a charge. Alright, so that was a successful activation there. So now we're ready to jump into the next activation. And it's Russian. So and they'd like to take that back. So Tushkov is already activated once, and he's right here. So he's going to have a -1 to his movement, but he's going to want to try to take that back. Just looking here. Just taking a look here. We do have Korf over here and Lestok. We're going to have time to take back Windmill Hill, I think. But we want to do something against Bessieres over here. So, alright, so let's take a look here. Korf is going to have several units that are going to be out of command. Okay, so here's Korf. So if we were to count 1, 2, 3, 4, this unit's in command, this one is out. Okay, now if we turn and look this other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, this guy is out of command. This one is out of command. Okay, and then he's got this unit way over here that's out of command. So I can worry about moving those later. And this guy back here, I didn't move him. I should have moved him up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could have moved him up to there. Okay. Alright, so let's go back over here and see what Korf can do. This is his first activation. And of course, he wants to cause some issues here. The other thing is he's got to be concerned about behind him. And so I think he's gonna have to, a couple of these units he's gonna have to turn and let them worry about or dawn behind. This unit here will turn around. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slide 5 right there. 6. So he'll go way over there. I think he can put this Cossack over that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That helps a little, but not too much. Well, I guess I'm going to put him over here too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. Alright. Now let's turn back to what we have here in the center. These guys here are tired. But even being tired, I'm going to activate them because they can charge here. These guys can't charge, they're tired. So, and that forces this unit here to try to go to square. So, you know, he's adjacent. So, he is elite though. Okay. Enemy cover is adjacent. Now he's elite unit forming squares, so that's a +2. -3 for enemy cavalry adjacent. So it'd be a -1. So he's got a pretty good chance. Well, not really. He's got to get 8 or more. And with a -1 means he has to get 9 or more. 9, 10, 11, 12. So he's got a 4 out of 12. It's not actually 12. Doesn't have a very good chance. Now, if he doesn't, if he just tries to stand, then, of course, he's going to end up losing 2 and be forced back. So he's just gonna try to hold. he's not gonna try to go to square. He might not be able to go to square. How many? Let's see, what's he got? Okay, yeah, he could, but he's not going to. All right, so that means this cuirassier is going to turn and charge here. So he's charging these chasseurs right here, and I guess they could try to he could reaction charge, but then he's got both of these to worry about. This is where you got a question is, or I have a question. Um, is when units are adjacent, are you still allowed to reaction charge? You know, they didn't move into the hex, they're already there. They're already adjacent. And if they are, then other units, you know, which I guess these other units are going to be able to charge after the fact. So if they don't charge, they're going to get double teamed. So I guess they're gonna reaction charge here against these cuirassiers. I think La Bataille would call this, they would call it turbulence when you have, okay, this unit moves into charge, this reaction charges, well then this unit reaction charges, and possibly even this one. Okay, but this one can charge after. So let this one charge, and then this one can charge, possibly with this one's assistance. So, all right, so we're gonna have the reaction charge here. So these chasseurs of Eylau are going to reaction charge to the cuirassiers. Okay. So we've got a strength of 8 up against, what have they got? Only 3? Okay. So, that's going to be, yeah, they've got 3. Well, actually, that wouldn't be allowed. I have to back him up. He's not allowed to charge in there because he doesn't have enough. That would be a 3-to-1. He's got 3. This one has 8, so there'd be a 3-to-1. So let me pull him back like that. So he can't charge in there. So it's gonna have to be this one charging here, and then he wouldn't have to reaction charge. Let's see what he's got. He's got 4, so that's exactly 1-to-2. Be 2-to-1. But then there's the possibility that Cossacks also joining in. So 4. So yeah, he's going to reaction charge. So he's got 8. It's going to be 2-to-1. So that's -1. Fitting units is Russian, so that's plus. Now we're at 0. They both have attack orders. Yeah. It is a short charge. So that's going to be +2. 7 becomes 9. So the attacker takes a loss, has to flip. Or the charging unit. Okay. This guy has to flip because he was charging. Okay. And now I can roll for those Cossacks to see if they're able to charge. I rolled a 3, so no, they can't charge. Okay, so Korf. I have these other units. So I want to move. Korf is going to move over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to have to actually go here, I think. No, he could actually go. Yeah, he could go there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this unit here is gonna. Well, they better stay here. They're gonna have to stay. They're helping to hold that right there. Okay, so they have to stay. Of course, now he's in command of these other units. Okay. this one here, I could actually move closer. So he could turn 1, 2, 3, 4. He goes to there. I guess you didn't even see that. So he was here. I just moved him 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. Okay, so we've got this one charge. Okay. Right here in front of us. So, okay, so we got defensive fire first. So, strength of 2, -1 for snow, +1 for defensive fire. Rolled a 7, that's not enough. Okay, so we've got 5 attacking 3. It's going to be 2 to 1. We round up. So that's -1. The guard has hold orders. They're elite, so that's +1. So now we're at 0. Hold orders +1. Okay. The charging unit is not elite or green. Short. So adjacent. Short. Yeah, that was short charge. So +2. So now we're at +3. Cavalry against infantry not in square -3. So it's just going to be straight up. I rolled a 7. Okay, which means they're going to take 2 losses and retreat. Now, if these guys are eliminated, the French lose 2. Cubes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they go all the way back to there. And of course these guys move into here, which will force Joseph to go there. Oh, wait a minute. That unit was also tired. So, hold on. Okay. So, that would have been a +2. And I rolled a 7. That would have been 9. So no, he doesn't. Bring that back. He's going to hold his ground. It's going to be goes to 9, so that means the cavalry unit loses a step. I did not include the +2 for being tired. Alright, so Corf was not successful. And it's back to the Russians. So the Prussians, I got Bagovat Bagavoo. I think I'm going to go with Lestock here. Let's see here. I guess I'm going to go with Lestock. He's trying to make a breakthrough over here with against Bessières. Of course, he's going to have several units here that are going to be out of command. He's got a couple over here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he's got that one. Okay, and then of course, these are all his here, I think. Yeah. They're out of command. Don't have any more black. So we know the squares are out of command. All right, so of course these guys are gonna they're actually gonna move up here. Okay, so back up here a little bit. There we go. Okay, so they're going to move to here. So that's going to be upslope 1. This is 2, and then 3, 4, moving adjacent. Now, as they move, this square can fire on them. So they're going to move, and the square and fire on them. So, okay. So strength of 2, -1 for snow, +1 for French infantry firing against infantry in column. So it's going to be straight up. Got a 9, not enough. So they move to there. And they can now attack here. And this guy's going to move here. That's 1. And then 2, 3, 4. To assault here. And then this guy is going to go to square. Okay. And over here, these 3 are going to attack here again. Attack here. This guy, now he's not going to. Well, he could. Why not? You gotta try to punch through somehow. He'll attack here. Alright, so of course these guys, I guess, could countercharge whoever attacked first. Then they would only be facing the other 2. So, let's see here. I could attack with this guy. So we've got these chasseurs against these dragoons. So that's going to be 8 against 4, so that's 2 to 1. We're doing a reaction charge here, so that's a -1. The defending unit is not elite or green or Russian, and they've got attack orders. So, okay, the charging unit This is a short charge, so that's +2, so now we're at +1. Okay, so we're at +1. 7 becomes an 8. So they both take a loss. Of course, then they're tired. This unit here takes a loss. So they're no longer involved. Now these other two can charge. So we've got 3 and let's see, 8. That's 11 against 7. Okay. So that's going to be 1.4. Well, no, it's not 1.4. It's actually, let's see, 11. So 7 goes into 11, 1, and then that's 40. Yeah, so that's going to round up 2 to 1. So we've got 2 to 1. That's -1. Oh, I did not add in. Wait a minute here. This unit, okay, I did not add in, I don't think I added in being elite down here. That would have been -1. Yeah, I didn't. So that would have been a 7 result. So these, they would have won. And this unit would have lost and had to retreat. One, two, three, 4. So they went back that way. Okay, so of course then this unit goes into this hex like so, and he can change, so he rotates like that. So now that frees up these guys to actually do something. So he still has a strength of 8. So this guy can't really attack there, but he could attack somewhere else. So he could come in here and attack here, which means now that's not a short charge. And then this guy, where's these guys? Right there. And then now this guy, can turn and charge here. And of course this guy can't charge. He's not actually enough strength. But these guys could countercharge. And they actually get a -2. They're going to countercharge. So we're going to have a countercharge here. So these Lancers have a strength of 8. And these Grenadiers have 9. So that's going to be 1-to-1. Okay. The Defender is not elite, green, or Russian. They have attack orders. Okay. The charging unit is French Guard Grenadiers, so that's -2. It is cavalry at short distance, so it's +2, so we're at 0. Bessieres provides -2. So, rolled a 3 becomes a 2, so yeah, they're going to take a loss here. They have to retreat. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they flip over. Okay, and then these guys can actually move. They would move in. Of course, they're tired now. To here. Yeah, go ahead and move him in there. Alright, so that's all of that. Now let's go to this charge here. Alright, so this guy, I'm just taking him off. Okay, so we've got these two here against this unit. So they've got a strength of 8. They are elite. Okay, here we've got 6 and 3. That's 9, so it's 1-to-1. The Defender is elite, +1. They have hold orders, plus that's another +1, so +2. Charge for more than 1 hex, -1, so we're at +1. Let's see. That's 4. Yeah. So we're at what, +1? Or +2? No, +1. And then charging units, they're not elite. Okay. If I use the heavy versus the other cavalry, then I might have to use the short distance. because the heavy cavalry was adjacent. So either way, that would equal 0. So we're going to have the +2. No, +1. Is that right? Yeah, there's going to be a +1. Ooh, rolled a 12. So it means attackers have to take a loss. So they're going to take it from here. And of course, we've got to flip over. Oh. All right. Let's move over to our other combats here. All right, so let's go with, okay, this guy's charging here, assaulting here, this guy's assaulting here. Okay, so we've got defensive fire here. So all right, defensive fire. Just back up here a little bit. All right, so here to here, defensive fire is going to be +1 for defensive fire, +1 for French infantry versus enemy infantry in column, -1 for snow. So it's going to be a +1, strength of 2, 5, 6, no effect. Okay, so we've got a strength of 3 here, being attacked by 4, and 4 is 8. That's going to round up to 3 to 1. So that's -2. Defender's elite, so that's +1. Hold order +1. So now we're going to be at 0. Assaulted for more than 1 hex, no. We got column versus column. Okay. So that's where we're at. 6. Okay. So that's going to be a loss. And retreat 7. Let's pull back here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they go all the way back to there. And then these guys tired, so he can't charge. So these guys move into here, like so. Okay. So now we can go with the other assault, which is against here. Okay. So they've got a strength of 3. Okay. Defensive fire. +1. French infantry firing against enemy and infantry in the column. So that's +1. -1 for snow. So we got a +1. 7/8's not enough. Okay. So I said that's a see, they've got strength of 3. Okay. So that's going to round up 3 to 1. So we've got -2. The unit's elite, +1, so we're at -1. Okay, they have hold orders. So now we're at 0. Square assaulted by infantry, got a +1. Okay. A charge assaulting units assaulting uphill, so that's +2. So we're at +3. Rolled a 6 + 3 is 9. So the assaulter has to take a loss, and we stay where we're at. All right. Okay, now we're ready to pull out another cube here. And so this is going to be, I guess that can't be the 3rd. Okay, oh, so yeah, 1, 2, yeah, I guess it's the 3rd green cube in a row. So, and let's see, we've got Baggy, we've got, of course, the 5th Division. The stock just attacked. I've also got Korf could now do something. Yeah, we're going to activate Korf again. And okay, so activating Korf. Of course, this guy's out of command. These guys up there, everyone else is in command. So Alright, so I'm going to activate. This will be Corf's second activation, which means Cavalry now have 2 less movement potential. So these Hussars are activating, okay, which means these units here would have to try to go to square. This is not considered obstructed terrain. Windmill is clearly defined as treated as clear. So now they are 1, 2, 3 hexes away, so that'd be a -1. Then they also would get a +2 for the Vels, so it would end up being a +1. Okay, so they have a +1. Oh, rolled a 4, not enough. So they are not going to be able to change, and they have to take a loss. So they've got a total strength of, let's see, 3, and so they've got a total strength of 8. Is that right? No. 8 plus 3 is 11. Strength of 11. Alright. So, of course, these guys are going to charge. So, second activation is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this unit here is also going to join in. So, they may not be able to reach. So, activation, second activation 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, they can get there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This unit cannot reaction charge because they're tired. So they're going to charge that little knoll there. And then let's see, what else do we got? Look over here. We've got these cuirassiers. We've got a strength of 3. 3 against 7. That'd be 2 to 1. 1 to 2. So yeah. Alright. And they can't reaction charge because they're tired. So alright. And of course, what these guys got? 4. What I say he has? 7. So yeah. Then this was going to charge after the fact. I got to roll to see if they can join in. No, I rolled a 3. Alright, so I can remove these. Alright, so let's go with the charge here first. So we've got 3 against 7. It's going to be 2 to 1. 1 to 2, I mean. That's plus 2. They're not elite, green, or Russian. They've got attack orders. So we go down here to the charging unit. They're not elite or green. They're heavy cavalry. So that's minus 2. So we're at 0. So they rolled a 6. So that's a loss. So really don't have anywhere to retreat. We take a loss. Now they got to retreat half their movement. So 3. Okay, so this guy could get pushed back. This guy gets pushed back, but when he does, he's going to lose a strength point because he's moving into a frontal hex. Okay, so this guy then moves to here. He loses strength point, and he's still got to move again, which means he moves to here and he loses another one. This guy can turn over. These other ones just don't need to attack. Alright. Now let's take a look at the charge on the crest here. Okay, so being charged from 2 hexes, so the defensive fire is split. So we got a strength of 1. Gonna have to roll 12s. Defensive fire +1, snow -1. Ooh, 11 is not enough. They have to have a 12. They've only got it's only a strength of 1. Okay, not effective. All right, so we've got six and 5. That's 11, and I think that's what we have here. So we've got 3 at 8. So yeah, we got 11. Okay, so it's 1-1. Okay, defender is not elite, green, or Russian. They are under attack orders. Okay, they're being charged for more than 1 hex, so that's -1. Okay, the charging unit is not elite or green, and it wasn't a short charge. So cavalry against infantry not in square, that's -3. So now we're at -4. Charging uphill, +2. Okay, so now we're at -2, and then we have the leader. I give the leader on defense 2. So straight up, they rolled a 6. Okay, so they've got to take 2 losses and retreat. So all right, so the bottom guy, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so he goes back to there. The top guy has to take 2 losses, so he's now at 4, and he's going to end up retreating to the same spot, which is right here. And the Russians reclaim that objective. Of course, both of these are now tired. So we go back over to here. Move this out of the way. We go back over to here, and we take those 5 back and go back to the Russians. So okay, the next activation has to be French, because we had 3 green blocks pulled. So so now Lavelle can be activated again to retake that Windmill Hill. All of these guys are going to be in command. So and of course those cavalry units really don't have much of a chance there. All right, so Okay, so these guys, this is their second activation, so one movement for that. 2, 3, 4. This one here. Goes second activation, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just gonna go. Second activation, 1, 2, 3. This guy moves in there with him. Second activation, 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy moves into here. That's 1, 2, 3. This guy moves 1, 2, 3, 4. Crud. And let's see. One, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Lavelle. Oops. Goes to there. So got both of those are assaulting there. Now that cavalry can either stand or try to hold, I guess, not stand, but hold the position, or they can, of course, evade. And I think if they evade, I don't know if they evade, if they can actually move in. I guess they can advance. So they would just try to hold that position.
I just found out that Heath is coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
But then Heath and Jana both are coming Thursday.
What are they coming Thursday for?
Do Sean's birthday.
Oh,
So I guess we'll do it Thursday.
okay.
Are you hungry for anything?
Nope. All right. So I guess, let's see. All right, the other, I'm doing an assault over here against this square. So alright, so this cavalry unit, it's got 6, strength of 6. Here we've got 7. And 6. That's 13. That's going to be 2 to 1. That's a -1. Defending unit is not a lead or green, but is Russian. So that's +1, so we're at 0. They have attack orders. Soldier for more than 1 hex, the -1. And let's see, charging units. They're not elite or green. They are assaulting up a hill, so that's +2. -1, so we're +1. +1. And I rolled a 7, +1 is 8. So that means both sides take a loss. But the defender holds. So, oops. So they did not retake Windmill Hill. Now, I will tell you one thing is, you're not going to run out of these markers. Okay? You got plenty of markers. Alright, so now we have this other assault. Maybe I should have had Lavelle join in. Okay, so I've got these 2 stacks here. This unit in square. Okay, they've got to split their fire. Defensive fire +1. Snow is -1, so we're at 0. Die roll modifier. So we're going to have a strength of 1 in each hex. So we'll fire here first. Got to get a 12. Got a 6. Okay. Here. We've got a 10. Kind of close. Alright, so now we have the assault. And so strength of 5. Here we have a strength of 5. And 4 is not 9. And then here where Lavelle is at, we've got we just gotta alright, so we've got 7 So that's 7, 5, that's 12. Got what this other was. So 9 is 21. That's going to be 4 to 1. Okay. So that's -3. They're in square. Okay. So -3. The unit is not elite. They are Russian, so +1. So we're at -2. They have attack orders. It's salted for more than 1 hex. So now we're at -3. Square salted by infantry +1. So now we're back to -2. Okay. And we get the leader. So that's leadership bonus. So now we're at -4. Rolled an 8, becomes a 4. So we take a loss. And they're forced to retreat. So they go back to there. And I guess I'm gonna have these guys go in. All right. Next activation. Oh, it's another French. Okay. Excuse me. I'm going to activate Lavelle again. This is going to be his 3rd and final activation. I'm going to try to retake this hill. So we're still going to have attack here, attack here, attack here. Yes, that. And then, what do we got here? These 2 guns, yeah. But we can draw fire. By attacking with, that's what we got here. Okay, so 3rd activation, infantry and artillery have -2 to their movement. So 3rd activation 2, 3, 4, 5. This unit here would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so These guys here are both gonna assault those guns. Alright, so we're going to do the Windmill Hill first. So they've got a strength of 6. So we've got 7 here. 5, that's 12. And then whatever stacked here with Lavelle, if I remember, that's 5, 7, it's 12. So that's 24. Okay, so that's going to be 4 to 1. That's -3. Defender is Russian, so now we're at -2. They have attack orders. Assaulted for more than 1 hex, so now we're back to -3. Assaulting units are not elite or green, but they are assaulting up a hill, so that's +2. So we're at -1, but we have the leadership of 2. So we're back to -3. We rolled an 8, becomes a 5. So this cavalry unit is going to take a loss and forced to retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this goes back over. And I'm putting this guy up here with this guy. So pull back. So we come back over to here, take these 5, put it back to the French, and then we come back to complete this other assault. Alright, so got these 2 stacks. So of course they're going to get support from here. Okay, they get to fire here, but opportunity fire or a supportive fire. So that's a strength of 2 because they're in column. Defensive fire +1, snow -1. 9 is not enough. Okay. All right. So for this stack, half. Okay. These are light artillery. So 1 battery will fire here. Okay. So adjacent, that's going to be 2 times 4 is 8. Okay. Target, we got artillery firing against column +2. Defensive fire, that's only infantry. Okay. -1 for the snow, so we got a +1. 10, 11. Under 8 is that right? Yeah, it's 2 hits. All right, so that unit, and I'm going to put the 7 on top to remind me that they've got to take that modifier for taking a loss. Okay. So now we have these guys. They're in line. Okay. So they've got enough to okay, so it's actually this unit here firing. They're in line. So with at least a strength of 4 times 2 is 6. No, is 8. Okay. Defensive fire +1. Snow -1. So it's just straight up 8. It's going to be a hit. Now the other battery firing on this stack here. Okay, so that's going to be strength of 2 times 4 is 8. Artillery firing against column +2, -1 for the snow. So we get a +1. Roll to 3, 4 is not going to affect anything. Okay, so now we've got the 2 guns here. They've got a strength of 4. Here we've got, let's see, we've got 4 and 3, that's 7. Here we have 6, 3, that's 10, and 5 is 15. Alright, so we got 15 against 4. That's going to be 4 to 1. Rounds up. -3. The defending unit is... Okay, so they've actually got 4th Division hold orders. So they're Russian, so that's +1. Hold order +1, -3. Now we're at -1. Okay. Assaulted for more than 1 hex. That's a -1, so we're at -2. Artillery alone in a hex, -5. So now we're at -8. Lost the assaulting unit. Units lost strength point due to fire combat, +1. So we're at -7. I mean, I don't even have to roll. So alright, so that's going to be take 1 loss, and then we have this urgency limbering now. So let's see, they're just like, they're not horse artillery. I rolled a 3 for that one. For the bottom one, I rolled a 1, so they both are eliminated. Okay, which means the Russians lose 2 gray cubes, and of course now these guys can advance in there. Now that guy advance. That guy advance. Like so. Alright. Which means the Russians only have 10 army fatigue, while the French have 26. Okay, so we've got the French, the Russian, and so we've got 5th Division here can attempt to this goes actually with those guys. Tushkov. Here's who's I'm going to activate. This will be their 2nd activation. They've got to try to retake that hill. So these guys are they're going to actually change formation. I don't know, maybe, let's see, let me check this. Trying to think whether or not when you change formation, are you stuck with whatever you started with movement wise? Okay, so it's going to be whatever they flip to. So, okay, so they're going to change to column. Okay, so this is their 2nd activation. So that's one movement point. Another movement point for changing formation. So they've spent 2. Okay, and then they go here. So that's 3, and then 4, 5, right there. Okay. This unit here changes formation. Now, these 2 back here are out of command. This guy's in command, but he's only got one strength left. So this guy changed to column. So 1 for 2nd activation, 2 for formation change, 3 downslope, 4, 5, 6. Okay, these guns. That's really where I wanted to put the guns. Those guns. This guy was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, second activation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I'll just put the guns right here. Alright. Okay, let's see these guys here. These guys are going to assault here. Okay. And of course, these guys are going to assault here. And then these guys back here are going to move back closer. So, 1 for second activation, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 6. And then this one here, second activation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they go to there. Alright, so let's start with the heal first. Alright, so we've got defensive fire. There's going to be a strength of 2. Defensive fire plus 1. French infantry firing against infantry in column plus 1. So we're at plus 2. Minus 1 for the snow. So we've got a plus 1. I rolled a 3, 4, no effect. Okay. So the assault, we've got 3 and 3. That's 6. Oh, I thought I had more than that. Only 6. So we've got 7, 12. That's 1 to 2. Alright, so we've got 1 to 2. So that's minus 2. Or, I'm sorry, plus 2. Defenders not elite, green, or Russian, and they have attack orders. So we got column versus column. Assaulting unit is not elite or green. They are charging uphill, so that's another plus 2. So we've got a plus 4. That's 7 plus 4 is 12, so these guys take the loss. Nobody changes. Okay. Okay, now we go over here. These guys are going to be able to give supportive fire. So that's a strength of 2. Firing against those guys are in line, so they don't get that benefit. They do get defensive fire. So minus 1 for snow, plus 1 for defensive fire. So just straight up. Rolled a 9, it's not enough. Okay, so now the battalion getting assaulted. Same thing, it's just strength of 2. 8's not enough. Okay, so we've got 3 being attacked by 6. 2 to 1. Alright, so we've got 2 to 1, minus 1. Okay, defenders not elite or green or Russian. They've got attack orders. We have infantry in column assaulted by infantry in line, so that's +1, so we're at 0. And this leader is not, doesn't belong to these guys, so I'm not giving that, I'm not including that. So we're just straight up 7. Okay, so that means the defender takes a loss and has to retreat. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. Okay, so they retreated all the way back to here. All right. So these guys can advance in to here. I'll just put that guy there. Okay. Next activation. Okay, another Russian. So I guess we'll go with Tushkov again in an attempt to take that windmill. So I think I might have missed an opportunity fire. This will be their third. So the infantry will have a -2 to their movement. Or the way I do it is they've already used 2 in the way that I count. So, okay, so this unit here is going to move in here with the Tushkov. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to turn. Okay. And then these guys, okay, are going to move into here. All right, so 2 for third activation. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Alright, so we're going to have these two stacks attacking there. This guy, they're actually going to attack here. Okay, so I'm going to go with that one first, the blue and the orange, which means these guys will get to do supportive fire. So okay, so they've got they're in column, strength of 2, defensive fire. The attackers are in column. So +1 there. +1 for defensive fire, -1 for snow. So a +1. 6, 7's not enough. Okay. So now the unit, the stack unit getting assaulted. Okay. Or the battalion. So it's going to be a +1. 3 4s, no effect. Okay. Alright, so we've got a strength of 4. Here we've got -1 to that one. So that's 4. And then 3 on top. It's going to be 2 to 1. 2 to 1 is -1. Defending unit, it's not going to have any benefits. Assaulting unit will only have the leader, which is 1. So we've got a -2. That's what we're going to have. 6 becomes 3. So they have to lose a strength point and retreat. Alright, so they're at 5 and they have to retreat right here. So that's going to now put them at 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And they move in there. All right, so now we focus on the windmill. Okay. They've got to split their fire, but they do have supportive fire here. Ouch. Ah. Kind of bumped into some stuff here. we got supportive fire here. Okay. So strength of 2. Defensive fire +1. French infantry versus infantry in column +1. Snow -1. So we got a +1. 3, 4, no effect. Okay. So now on Windmill Hill, they've got to split their fire. So we'll fire here first. So they're going to have a +1 with a strength of 1. 9, 10's not enough. The other stack. Ooh. I rolled an 11 + 1 is 12. So that's going to be a hit. Yeah, a hit. So all right. Okay, so the defending stack has a strength of 7, 5, that's 12. So they've got 12. The attackers are at 3 and 2. That's 5. And over here they've got 6. Let's say this was 3 and that's 5. 5 and 6 is 11 and 14. So 14. That's 1 to 1. Okay, so we've got 1 to 1. Okay, defender is being assaulted for more than 1 hex. That's -1. They're all in column. The assaulting unit lost a strength point due to fire. That's +1, so we're at 0. So it's going to come down to +2 for assaulting up the hill. I rolled a 5 + 2 is a 7, which means they lose. So they've got to take a loss. And retreat. Which means 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put them over there. Okay, this goes back to the Russians. And let's see. I think I'm going to put these guys up there. Like that. Okay, so now we go back over to here. We take the 5, go back to there. So now we're at 15 to 21. Okay. And we have another Russian. Okay. So that's the third Russian in a row. And what do we want to do here? All right, so there's in the cup, there's 3 French and 3 Russian activations left. And I've got Core still has an activation. I haven't done Bagabot yet. The Prussians still have 2 activations. Excuse me. See, Core, okay, he's only got 1 activation left, which means the cavalry have a -4 to their movement. So they really aren't going to be capable of doing hardly anything. I guess we're going to try to cause some mayhem here, where Bagabot's at. Vagabond. Okay, so all right, units that are not his. Okay. Anything over there? So all of the gold there in the center. And all right, so the first thing is we're going to activate these guys. So we're activating them. These guys here are going to try to go to square. But they can get fired on, opportunity fire, or reaction fire, I think what they call it. So, okay, let's get to the square roll. Okay, so the cavalry is 2 hexes away. That's -2. Okay, so we got a -2. Gonna have to roll high. We didn't roll high enough. Rolled a 6. Okay, so they can't change. So they take a loss. It was probably a mistake. But, oh well. Now, of course, that this cavalry unit turns and charges right there. Okay. What do we got here? I can't get there though, because I'd have to stop when I get adjacent to these squares. Okay, we're going to activate this one here. So they go 1, 2, 3. I guess at that point they would be able to see. Okay, so these guys here would be trying to go to square, but they only got 1 strength, so they can't go to square. So they're going to go right in there and charge them. That unit can't go to square, it's only got 1 strength. Alright. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy will have to change. Formation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy will change. No. I think he'll stay. Okay, what does this guy back here got? Same thing. Okay, what about these guys? Now this guy should have been in line. Okay, So the bottom guy is going to change formation to column, so that's 1. Goes down slope 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He goes to there. They're going to charge this square. So he'll go 1, 2, 3. This guy will do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. And let's see what else we've got here. What does this guy got? Okay, right here where Bag of Odds at. They're also going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And Bag of Odd will go with them. Okay, so we've got this square being charged like so, and then over there, these two against this square. And they may not be able to do that. I don't know. All right, let's start over here first. With this unit here. Okay. Now they're in column, and they've only got a strength of 1. Okay, and they're going to fire defensive fire onto these lancers. So defensive fire +1. Snow is -1. 8, 9, or 8's not enough. Okay, so now we have the charge. Okay, so we've got 8 against 1. Of course, that's I'm not going to have to roll because, okay, we got a -3. And even with the St. Hilaire's leadership value, okay, we've got infantry in column charged by lancers. That's -2. So now we're at -5. Okay. Cavalry against infantry not in square, -3 more. So now we're at -8. And we have the leadership bonus. That still puts us at -5. So we can just, we're going to have to move him to here. This unit is eliminated, which means the French lose a gray cube. Okay. The Lancers move in here. Okay. So then we go to this one here. Okay. They get defensive fire, -1 for snow, so we're at 0 modifier. And strength of 2, rolled a 6 is not enough. Okay, so here we've got a strength of 10. Okay. Against 3. I think it's 5, so that's 2 to 1. Okay. -1. It's not into, still in their front, one of their front hexes, but it's cavalry against infantry, not in squares, so that's -3. So we're at -4, and I'd have to roll a 12, and I rolled an 8. So okay, so they're going to lose 2, which destroys that unit, and they have to give up another cube, gray cube. Let me break that down now. Okay. And these guys retreat 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they end up right here. And these guys can move in. Okay. Okay, so we're go with this first. All right, so they've got a strength of 2. So they're going to fire there first, here first. They're going to split their fire. So it's going to be a strength of 1. You got to get a 12. That's an 11. It's not enough. The next one beside it rolled a 6. Not enough. Okay. So they've got a strength of 6. Okay. So we've got 3. 6 is 9. Oops, and 5. 14. That's 2 to 1. Okay. So we've got 2 to 1. That's -1. That's the first division. They have hold orders. So that's +1. So we're at 0. Charge for more than 1 hex, -1. In square, charged by cavalry, +4. So we're at +3. Okay. And the leader is 1. So we're at +2. We rolled a 5, 6, 7. So they broke the square. Doesn't happen very often. And they have to lose 2. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can't go that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he ends up back over here. Okay, and I guess I'll put these lancers up in there. other one there. Okay, they've got to split their strength, fire strength, between these two hexes. So we'll do the one here first. Okay, so defensive fire. That one's in line. So there's no, because of the snow, there's no plus. Rolled a 3, not effective. Now the other hex is in column, so that's going to be a +1. I rolled a 9, becomes a 10, it's not enough. Alright, so now we have the assault, which we have 3, 4, 5. That's going to be 1 to 1. Round up 1 to 1. So we've got 1 to 1. They are in hold orders, so they get a +1 there. Assaulted by more than one hex, that's -1, so we're at 0. They're in square, assaulted by infantry, so that's +1. So it's going to be a +1. I rolled 11, becomes a 12. So they stay, and one of these guys has to take a loss. I guess it's going to be this one. Oh, everything went dark here. All right, so that's the end of that activation. All right, so far over here we look, the Russians have had 7 and the French have had 5. And what we have left is 3 of each. So, and that was the 3rd Russian in a row, so the next activation has to be French. So I don't have to relieve and draw. I can just activate a French unit, pull a cube out, and just go from there. So it's gotten a lot closer, because right now there's 15 army fatigue for the Russians, and I think this is 19, yeah, 19 for the French. So that's a difference of 4 at the present moment. So I think if the Russians can activate anymore, they're probably going to try to activate Baggy again before they would come back to Lestat. And the French really don't have, they're not in a position to retake Windmill Hill. They do have, I mean, they could attempt with Joseph, 4th Cavalry with some of these cavalry units, but of course they're already tired, so that I don't think that's going to be possible for them to retake it, being tired and also having to charge uphill. So I think it's going to come down to that Windmill Hill. Who can hold it? Because that's going to be, I think, the difference. And Ney really hasn't done anything. You haven't even brought in the rest of the division with Ney himself. You know, that's a activation. And I need to get him on the map to possibly change his order to attack. Now they could possibly take over here. Schmott didn't over here. That's worth 5. Okay, they could easily take that, bring in Ney, and send him over there to take it. You know, the Russians are going to have to give Markov there some orders to move to defend that. Otherwise, they're going to be able to, I think they could use their activations to move over there and take that. That's worth 5. So they wouldn't have to worry about too much about, you know, they could also try to take the Windmill Hill. That would be 10. That would pretty much ensure probably victory. So Gardine still has a couple activations, but there's only 3. The French only have 3 left, and so do the Russians, which means there's going to be 2 that aren't going to get to be used. So there's a total of 6 in here. Total of 6. The French get the next one, which probably means bringing in Ney and his first division. Okay, and you know, I could go ahead and do that. So, okay, so I pull this out. Okay, and I activate Ney's first division, and of course they're going to come in over here. And I need to put up those blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically like that. And if we go this way, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. Okay, so Ney comes in. with Marchand. Okay. So I come in right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the next one coming in. Comes in at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. The artillery, they come in at 3, and then of course then they can go 4, traveling on the road, and have Ney, with Marchand up there with that artillery. Well, yeah. All right, so they activated. So now we have, of course, just a couple more cubes here. All right, so I need to disconnect the microphone. Hopefully that doesn't mess up with the sound, so that I can plug in. I've run out of juice. So we unplug that. Try to wind it around here so it doesn't get in the way of the map. Okay, so now let me pull this up here so that I can plug it in. Okay, and so basically we can finish this hour. Okay, so the next activation, okay, is going to be the Russians. So I've got I can activate Korf one more time. Vagabot, I can activate him twice, and the Prussian Corps, I can activate them. I didn't flip these cavalry units over to mark them as tired, but that's where we're going to go. We're going to go with Baggy. Activate his guys again. So these other guys here, I got to flip them over. Okay, so now this unit here is out of command. All right. What we have is we got this snow sheet there that's kind of creating a little bit of a image there. So of course this unit here is not his. That's left wing. Sorry, not this one. And let's see, this one here is left wing. And then so is this guy back here. He's left wing. So, all right. Okay, so this is their second activation. So the cavalry have a -2. So I activate this cavalry unit. Okay, and so we've got these guys here. Of course, want to try to go to square. Let's see what they've got here. Okay, they've got enough. So they're going to have to roll to stand, to go to square. So the cavalry is 2 hexes away. That's -2. So they rolled an 8 -2 is 6, so no, they can't change. Plus they're going to lose strength. All right. This guy here will try to go to square. He's 3 hexes away. -1. I rolled a 7. -1 is a 6, so they can't go to square either. These guys can try to go to square. They've got enough. They've got 3. And they are 3 hexes away. They rolled a 7. That's not enough, so they take a loss. Now they don't have enough to go to square. All right. So these lancers are gonna, okay, this is still second activation. So that's 2, 3. Push these guys to here. 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're charging there. These lancers are going to go 1, 2 for second activation. 3, they can't get there. 3, 4, as far as they could go, really. This guy's going to join these guys. This guy here, no, nope, nope, nope. Yeah, he'll join those guys. This Lancer here I should have flipped over. He's gonna turn and go back this way. 1, 2, second activation. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there. Okay, so the only one attack I'm gonna have is gonna be right here. So that's actually still in their front. So they're gonna have, get rid of this here. So strength of 2, +1 for defensive fire, -1 for smoke. Rolled a 10, it's not enough. Okay, so defending, they've got 4. Attackers have got 6. So that's going to be 2 to 1. Rounds up. -1. Defender has hold orders, so that's +1, so we're at 0. Infantry in column charged by Lancers, that's -2. Okay. Charging unit. Cavalry against infantry not in square, so now that's -3, so we're at -5. Leadership, we have Devu there, so that's going to be +3, so we're at -2. 9 becomes 7, so they're going to lose 2 and retreat. Pull back. One, 2, 3, 4. And they advance. Ouch. Okay, I do have this assault here that I need to do. So here and here, okay, and that's the defender. All right, so they got to split their fire. The unit line is just going to be 0 modifier. 6 is not enough. But here they get a +1. 7, 8 is not enough. Alright, so we've got defender has a strength of 6. Attackers have 2, 4, 7. So it's 1 to 1. Okay. Defender is in a hold order, so that's +1. Chart assaulted for more than 1 hex, so that's -1, so we're at 0. Square formation assaulted by infantry, +1. And we've got the leader bonus, so that's -1, so we're at 0. 6, 7, 8. So that means each side loses 1. And let's see, I guess I'll take it from that guy. All right. Actually, I didn't move. Let's see, with strategic movement, they've actually got more movement over here. Grenade. So let me go back over here. I didn't give their full movement. They would have actually, let's see, they don't have, is that right? 4? Yeah. They would actually have 2 more movement potential, which this would be half, 1, half, so right there. And then here they would have 3 more, so they could actually go up this hill here. This one would actually have 3 more, so they could go up that hill, 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay. All right. Okay, let's draw a cube. And it's the Russians. Okay, so just have to decide whether it be the Prussians over here. Vagabond really his cavalry can't move adjacent. They don't have enough movement because it's -4 to their movement. So they can't move adjacent to anybody. All right, so we're gonna have to go back over here to either Korf or either Korf or Lestak. And Korf, okay. Lestak is the one that is only activated once. So I guess we're going to do Lestak. He'll activate again. So his cavalry units are going to be -2. His infantry units will be -1. Okay, this unit here is still out of command. This unit's out of command. Of course, this unit's out of command. This unit back here is out of command. And all of those squares, they could move to get into command, which I may do that. Okay, this unit here is going to activate, he's going to move, okay, and he's going to move from here to here, so there's going to be opportunity fire for this square, okay, so as he gets ready to move, the square is going to fire on him. So it's just opportunity fire. So he is gets a +1 for French firing against a column, and there's snow, so it's 0 modifier, strength of 2. 8's not enough, so he gets to move here. Of course, he turns like that, and of course he wants to assault. So he's here. 1 for second activation. Upslope is 2. Hex is 3. Moving adjacent 4, 5. Okay. This unit here is going to move here, adjacent to that cavalry unit, and let's see here. This one is going to charge. Let's see, he'll go 1, 2, first second activation, 3, 4, 5. No, I can't reach there. He'd have to go here, 5. That's as far as he can go. This one here is going to turn around. Like so. But he can't reach. Starts with 2 movement already used. 3. So he can't, but he can turn, be ready to do something maybe next activation. I should have had these lancers attack here. The stock So I'm going to have this unit move closer. So he changes to back to column. And so 1 for second activation, 2 for changing to column, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he turns back around. Like so. Okay. This unit is going to do the same thing. So that's 1 for second activation, 2 for change of formation, 2, 3, 4, 5, and turns around. And this one here does the same thing. 1 second activation, 2 for formation change, 3, 4, 5, and then changes back to here. Okay. And this guy up here, he can actually change 2. He just turns around. 1, 2, 3. Changes back. Pull back here. So this guy here is just going to slide over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. 5. Costs 5 because he second activation. All right, so he's going to turn. All right, so the only activity we got is this salt right here against this square. All right, so the square has defensive fire, +1. Versus the column is +2. Snow is -1, so we've got a +1, strength of 2. 8, 9 is not enough. So now we have the assault. The unit has a strength of 3. The attacker has 7. So that's 2 to 1. Okay, so -1. Defender is elite. So now we're at 0. They have hold orders. That's +1. They're square, assaulted by infantry. That's +2. Okay. So it's going to be a +2. Rolled an 8, becomes a 10, which means they hold, and these guys take the loss. All right. That's all of the stock. Next activation is French. Okay. Which what do we have? I haven't used 1st Division yet anywhere. Hit pretty hard though. So I think I move, I do something with Gardine here. these out of the way. Yeah, I think maybe I use Gardein. Yeah. He moves to there. Second activation, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One second activation, 2, 3, 4. This guy goes 1 second activation, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Second activation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second activation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second activation, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 4. There. See if I'm going with those artillery. This here we've got first activation, second activation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And what have we got left in the cup? We've got one of each. So that means it's over. We now go through the process of all of the units that have, say, hold orders. Okay. Regroup and let's see. Retire. Hold, regroup, and retire. So if they have regroup orders, every unit and division regains 1 strength. Hold, 2 units can regain 1 strength each. And retire, 1 unit of the division can gain 1 strength. Okay. So we look and we have Markov as hold. So we go over here to where Markov is. Okay, and see if anybody here. Yeah, this guy here. So we can fix. So that guy only has 2 losses now. This one here, same thing. They only have 2. All right. So now we look for the next one, which is right wing artillery. They don't have any losses. 8th Division. I don't know if 8th Division, I guess 8th Division does. They're Essen is 8th Division. So let's see here. Yeah, here's one. Flip him. He's only got 1 loss. And here. All right, back here. This one here. Fix him. So he's only got 2. So all right. Center Cavalry Reserve has hold. That's going to be okay. Golitzine, which he doesn't have anybody, I don't think. Oh, let's see. Yeah, he actually does. So, way over here, this unit here only has 2 losses now. Okay. All right. And then we look at 3rd Division. Okay, that's going to be 2nd. That's right here. Not this one. 2nd here. So this unit gains 1 back, and then what's under here? Okay, he can't. That's not seconds. So I guess that's all for 2nd. All right. We got center artillery. 2nd Division has regroup. Second Division. Okay, I know who. Okay, so 2nd Division. Is going to be here. So this one here will gain 1 back. And let's see about this one here. Okay. All right. But he actually has regroup, so that means every unit I'm only doing that with the ones that are in command. I don't know if that's the way it should be, but that's how I've been doing it. So, okay, left wing cavalry That's going to be right here with on pollen. I don't know if he's got any here. Nope, doesn't look like it. This one here is too far out of command. All right, second division, I did them. Left wing, okay, no. Okay, so seventh division, where are they at? Who is 7th? Oh, that's Doctoroff. Okay, he doesn't have anybody with any kind of losses. He's been ineffective. He hasn't done anything. Okay, and then 4th division and 14th. So 14th is going to be Kaminsky. So that's going to be here. So we can flip this one over and then this one here. All right, and then the other one that was the 4th division. Okay, so the 4th division, okay, that's going to be Somnov. So, yeah, that's going to be here. So, those other guys are out of command. So maybe I should allow them to regain, but I haven't been. All right, so now we go to the French and the Guard. Okay, let's see. So we've got a Guard unit back here, but he's not in command. So really, there's not anybody here for the Guard. Okay, we have the 1st Dragoon Division has regroup. Okay, so oops, that's going to be Klein. So of course they can't regain to full strength. All right, so that's that takes care of 1st Dragoon. 3rd Dragoon Division is under regroup. Okay, it's going to be back here. That one's too far away. All right. Okay. The 2nd Cuirassiers. to regain. He's already. All right, next, hold the 3rd division. Okay. So there's Legrand. So Alright, 1st and 2nd Division of 7th Corps can regain, 2 units can regain some strength. So we'll flip this one over. Flip this one over. All right, and then 2nd Division. All right, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Division of Davout. His corps. So let's see here. Ouch. Okay. So well, no, I can't do this one. He's out of command. He's too far away. See, what do we got here? This guy's 2nd. He's too far away. This guy's 3rd. We can put him into. Second, we want to give it to the cavalry. Can't with that guy. All right, and then here he's 3rd. You didn't see what I was doing, but I was doing it up here, changing some of those And we didn't have any losses over there with LaSalle. So okay, so that takes care of that. So what we have is the Russians had 9 activations. The French had 6. And fatigue point wise, it's Russians have 15 and the French have 19. So, and then looking at the battlefield, Van Palen was able to push through part of Davout's forces here, but of course with the Russians running out of fatigue points, they just didn't have the energy to continue fighting all the way across the map. So it's going to come down to, of course, Windmill Hill right here, and also Smoditten over here. That's worth 5 if Ney can get over there to capture that. Markov has got to try to stop that. That looks like the 2 important spots. Of course, Doktorov could try to push up here to take the cemetery. But of course, he's got all this stuff in front of him. Let's see, what is this here? Well, that's part of his. Yeah. So you got both of those right there side by side. One's 4th Division, one's 7th. It's kind of hard to tell, but one's a little lighter in color. So, of course, Doktorov could try to take the cemetery. So that might be something that the Russians look to do. Try to change his orders to attack and use his units, his fresh units, to charge across there to try to take that. That's I don't think that there's any other places that can be taken. Sarah Paulin here, I don't think they could take that, the Russians. That's the situation. So in the next video, we're start with the last hour, which has a I believe it's got a line of sight of maybe 3 hexes. I'll have to look into that. I know I've seen it somewhere, so I'll have to look to see where I can find that. But and if you notice, there's not going to be that many activations. French have they've got 3 there, and the Russians get 2. If you have the snow, that's going to only give them 1, them 0, and then we're left with whatever you can roll on the dice and and the leadership value. So yeah, it's all coming down to this last hour, which is very fitting because that's what occurred historically. So hang in there. Come on back for the next video. I don't know if I can do it all in the next video or not. I may have to, it may take more than another video, but it could be, everything could end due to the low fatigue count. Everything could change with just a capture of the Windmill Hill or Smodotton, or even the cemetery here. So, all right, I'll pick up with the next hour in the next video. Come on back, see what happens. Appreciate your support.